Welcome back to our semifinals here of the 12th week of our Nerd Street Winter Champs Opens. It's been a long road to get here, and we've got a few more to play out. I think we're going to number 15, and we've got LCQs, we've got Winter Champs. But guys, before we get there, again, please, you only have 2 more days. Sign up for the Philly LAN this weekend to work towards Winter Champs. And hey, if you're not getting into Winter Champs, there's $10,000 on the line for that prize pool. It's January 8th and 9th, so this upcoming weekend. You guys only have until Thursday to register. After that, you're cut off. There is no more, and you have to watch from the sidelines. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'm still Tanner Metro. I'm still joined by Wes Rambo, and here we go. Another map 3. It's LG, their first showing in Winter Champs, taken into deep waters, and we're headed back to Bind.
Yeah, and Renegades, you know, I've been talking about it all series long. We were waiting to see what Renegades could do on Haven. It's ridiculously strong for them, and they proved it right there. Even with, you know, a little bit of a resurgence from Luminosity kind of at the end of the game, still, it's Renegades dominant on there. And now we're going on to Bind, and I am, honestly, even with the way Renegades shut them out, I'm still scared for Renegades on Bind because I've seen them play it before, and I'm not going to lie, Tanner, I very much hope they've done some work on it because it just did not look organized whatsoever last time I saw them play this map. And, you know, Luminosity Gaming are totally comfortable on it. All their players have played this a lot. They are able to play it. They've been, you know, letting it through. And I don't have, you know, I need a lot from Renegades right now. I need to be impressed right now.
Yeah, even if you were impressed by both of these teams coming into Bind in a map 3 scenario, I think you still give the leg up over to LG just because they're LG. It's being in a situation like this, LG kind of has everything to lose, because if you get knocked out here, you're thinking, well, semifinals, that's definitely not where we wanted to get out. And Renegades have everything to prove, to show not only that we can keep competing here in these tournaments and make our way into a grand finals, because you know, it's been quite some time since we've really seen them run the show, but that we can compete with these teams that are, quote unquote, the favorite. I think there's a lot on the line here in this one. There's so much for both of these teams. And on top of it all, somebody's going home early. Somebody's going home early. Somebody's knocked out in the semifinals, and that's obviously not where you want to go. Grand finals is absolutely where you want to end up.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I'll just make it clear, nothing would make me happier than Renegades proving me wrong, okay? You know, they are definitely have had time. They've been able to get a bunch of games in. They've had time to scrim together. They've got, you know, a good, solid lineup, and they might have done a lot of work on this map. They might have been, you know, been able to bring it through. Now's the time to show it if you've been doing that work. And as you say, Luminosity, you know, just by nature of who they all are, just by nature of the lineup itself, you have to favor them in the series. And yeah, they are looking for that grand final spot. Renegades, meanwhile, I'll just kind of point this out on the leaderboard once again. Renegades are in, you know, in contention right now. They're 8th place in the Winter Champs leaderboard overall. So they are looking, they're trying to hang on to that spot. They're already going to get some points here in this tournament just for being in the top 4, but they want that 4,000. They want those points. They want to get way up there. They would overtake, by the way, Radiance if they managed to get this if they managed to win this tournament. They would be 2nd place. So Renegades have a lot to gain by continuing to push in this tournament.
Yeah, and if you guys want to check out those leaderboards, because we didn't mention where your favorite team is at, you guys can head on to nerdstreet.com. They've got the leaderboards there for you for Winter Champs. Make sure you're selected on the right game, though, because we've got some other stuff going on. Now, most importantly, what's going on here? It's Bind. We're looking to get right on into it, and Bind has been a map where, I mean, also fairly solved. I think a lot of people like to get away from this one. It's been, I guess, in the most recent iterations of Bind, we've been seeing teams get away from trying to flirt with the idea of running the Yoru, and then just really locking in that Astra Viper that can be so strong. And that's exactly what we get from both of these squads.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, the way it differs from something like Icebox, even though, as you say, it's been very, very, like, maybe, you know, solved, or just it's been grinded out by a lot of these top teams, it isn't quite as one note. Like, there's a lot of different ways. You know, it's sort of an example of like novelty and creativity through limitation, where the limits that are put on you allow you to get more creative. You know, and you know, you hear about that from creatives all the time, and it's something that can be totally done by coaches, by straters, by, you know, IGLs in Valorant as well, because that stuff is an art. Let's be real, and that is, you know, we want to see that come. In on a map like Bind, where you've got a lot of limits. You've got, you know, not that many. What can you find? What, you know, different opportunities can you find within those limitations to make something new, to surprise the enemy team every round? That's something Renegades were able to do on Haven. It's something that Luminosity fell victim to in an earlier series, and so that's how Renegades need to do this. But you need prep, right? You need to grind this map. You need to get a lot of reps on it. You need to come up with ideas and try stuff, and so we'll see if either of these teams have been doing that.
And I think a good place to start when you are, you know, working to find that art in those limitations, or kind of spreading your wings when you are a little limited, is on the attacking side, right?
Yep.
Because you have those teleporters to play with. You need to continue to be innovative and, I guess, unpredictable, which Bind does allow just a bit. So a lot here to get done for Renegades. Once more, they've tied us up on Haven. They had heaps of momentum now coming into this one. But I do still think you give LG that favorite title as Roy. And utilize the Trailblazer to try and clear out U-Haul. And, well, it's cleared out. I think that Snakebite might have missed. Oh, no, the dash right into it. Was that Snakebite actually perfect? Moose. Okay, I mean, just absolutely huge brain. Unfortunately, only picks up one kill. His team has made his way through the teleporter. Is now trying to find something more. The health bars, they're getting pretty low on the side of Renegades, but the bodies aren't dropping, and that's what matters, because there it is, Roy. Drop another of his own, a nice guiding light to spot out B-Dog, and it's explosive onto the B site, and it's Renegades to secure the pistol.
I am so curious about that Snakebite, man. I saw it when you saw it, and it's like, wait, did he put that there just to stop the jet? That would have been sick. Unfortunately, Renegades, yeah, like you say, too explosive. They went too fast, and this is the type of thing that we saw on Haven. They were very, very explosive. They were so decisive on those hits. They need to keep that up, and, you know, we can't put too much stock into the pistol round. As we said before, do it on a gun round, then I'll believe you. But Renegades, they get themselves off to a great start.
Yeah, once is a fluke, twice is data, and I think that goes for big picture here. The win on Haven, maybe call it a fluke. You can do it again here in Renegades, and we're all believers once more. So we'll see if that twice is data comes on through. But we've got a solid set of rounds, and I hope, even if it's not a close game, like, I guess technically for the last two maps, it hasn't been the closest. I hope they're just as exciting, right? Take us back to that icebox. Yeah. Players popping off to secure rounds in order to make it a game that had such a gap. This round, gap pretty far in way of utility. Spike picked up as one body was dropped. It's Tig to secure the first, maybe only kill the way of LG, as they don't have a whole lot to work with. The Spike gets planted in. Moose, all by his lonesome here, needs to do something crazy. Try and stampede his way onto this B site should he want to try and find anything. This right here, if you're Renegades, or between the post plant, obviously the idea is to not throw the round, but you really need to play smart. Do not give up anything. Go into that bonus with all 4 live if you can.
something that I always like to see teams do is play very well in the teams where they have in the situations where they have a significant advantage. You know, not give it up, take care of it when you need to just take care of it. And Renegades did that on Haven for the most part, and yeah, they did it right there too. So it's always an encouraging sign. It's nothing to write home about, but it's always good to see. And so Renegades will go up 2-0 here and on to their bonus round with Randy Savage not having a gun to his name. So does Randy Savage just stick on the classic, and do they really float this round, or do they buy up at least something for him? At least throw him a little something in his stocking, you know?
Yeah, Lynn's saying, "Hey man, listen, I would love to drop you some. It's just the operator. It's just so expensive. You know, I need
one round away,
man. These credits. Yeah, you understand, man. You understand.
Does pick up a sheriff, and actually Lynn did buy that for him, so at least a crumb.
Oh, okay.
Offered up from the Jet.
Tig, this is the Tig special, just to sit inside the nebula smoke, looking to do it again, and he's able to find the kill, and he was looking at the ground. How did he manage to find the flick back to the head? He was trying to re-smoke that nebula, and well, he goes 1 for 1. That's the best that you could hope for. As Apop pushes his way through U-Haul, finds another onto the site, and it's Renegades. Although we've been back and forth for a second, they're starting to peel ahead. The spike not to be delayed as Retro wary of the flank, and Renegades steal away their bonus.
Oh, yeah, that's very, very nice for Renegades to start off this way. And, you know, once again, gotta say, do it in a gun round, but that was better than a gun round, man. They won the bonus. So they've put LG back onto the back foot, onto the Sheriffs. LG is dangerous from this position, but Renegades are, I will already say it, they look way better on attack here than they did last time I saw them play Bind, so, you know, good things to come, perhaps.
Flash out. Mata gets the info, backs away. Doesn't want to do anything too crazy. Not really their round to be crazy. Fortunately, Randy Savage ready for this flank here. Takes down Moose, and another pistol just around the corner of that. And Tig, as Mata gets caught up in the grab well, slowed down. It's not a round win for LG. They are being pesky, right? A couple hundred credits here, a couple hundred credits there, like slowly chipping away at the utility that Renegades have. Sure, when you give the kills back over to Roy, he's going to have that Trailblazer online. No problem. And, well, you stole away one weapon. Tig, the smart choice. Don't overextend. Don't reach for that gun. Go ahead and link back up with the team if you can. And that's exactly what they've done. And we'll find ourselves a 3v4. So at the very least, LG in quite possibly the best possible situation to continue to do damage. They've got everybody here on this site.
Cosmic Divide's down too, blocking them from getting in. They can't even get to the teleporter without crossing through this barrier, and Amada, that's actually a nice flash to bring him off of the angle, but still 3v3.
30 seconds left.
We'll see what the Sheriffs can do if they continue to ring through, and that they will. Mata to pick up the next. That spike yet to be planted as Apoth is able to grab one back, and Tig around the world. Oh, just narrowly misses the timing. Fortunately, Dazzle's already on the rotation. He's going to be here. You just got to try and stall if you can. Nice grab well, but pulls him right into range to find the kill.
How does he
and
get
now
that?
Lynn in such a tough spot. That should not have happened, but it did. We're here now, and LG looking to make a statement in this round. Sure, 3 in a row. Does it stop here? Is Dazzle not ready for the push out towards elbow? Is Lynn ready for Tig? Yes, he is. Clutches out the round. Renegades to 4.
Lynn from the jaws of defeat, man. That got way too close, but Luminosity Gaming got everything they wanted out of that, has to be said. B-Dog, once again, glass cannon going on to the op. I'm always curious where you send the op on Bind. It's very difficult to move around, and I think, you know, being very mobile as an opper is the name of the game in Valorant. Peeking multiple angles per round, really keeping your opponents away, keeping them cautious. This time it's going to be showers, and he's gonna find something.
Oh, nope. You had to say something? Oh, the cast Mr. Curse.
He found it. He found something.
Yeah, he found it. Yeah, it's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He did find something. That isn't what he wanted to find. Unfortunately, that is not hidden and buried treasure. It was a turtle shell, and it was rotting and absolutely disgusting. It's not the way you want to jump into that next round, your next buy round, as that is Renegades just have this Luminosity squad completely red here. Dazzle, you just got to go down on your shield here, buddy. There's no way out for you. It's a flawless round for Renegades.
I got a big smile on my face right now, Tanner. I said nothing would make me happier than Renegades proving me wrong, and boy, are they ever. This looks good. They are playing really well individually. They are holding what they need to hold, and they are playing together on the hits. They are taking one space at a time, which is so great in Bind because of how it's segmented. You got to just take map control one hill at a time. So good from Renegades to continue to get these attacker side rounds, man. This is awesome to see.
And this is tough because the people that you need to start rolling to get momentum are already rolling, right? It's Lin leading the team in frags, 8-1. What more can you expect from your Jett? What more would you want? Well, you'd want something like this as Lin finds another. I meant B-Dog, but something like this. Yeah, that works, Lin. Able to find that kill onto Dazzle. And B-Dog has been a bastion of hope when he has the knives in thrifty rounds, but he's already expended so many. He has to be pinpoint accurate on the next few, or at least on the next one, to try and get that reset as Moose forced away from the side out towards mid. Unfortunately, the accuracy escapes him. Looking away from the flash is Randy Savage, but he's taken down, and it's Tig again to do it. Keep Tig on Sheriff. Tig, don't use anything but a Sheriff because he's an absolute monster with it in his hands. We get a little bit of friendly fire on the guiding light. Moose hoping to do some damage. LG hoping to do some damage. And again, just like we saw in Haven, damage is all they can do. They have not been able to secure anything.
Yeah, you know, regardless of how this ends, you know, speaking of who needs to show up. Man, I was about to curse him again. There we go. What I was about to say is you got to give Renegades credit. They are going to be very happy with this Lin pickup. He's just so good. Like, really clean, not making very many mistakes, but still going aggressive and, you know, taking calculated risks when he needs to. I love this playstyle on Jett. You know, it's very controlled, but at the same time creates, you know, discourse when it needs to. It creates that conflict in the other team and what they think they need to do. Lin is playing so well in this map, and generally in this series, he is such a beacon for Renegades.
And Apoth, that right there is when you're in this, I guess, snowball effect as the Astra. You're starting to find kills. You're in Cerebro. That's it. You put the helmet on. Everything's perfect, and I think the Astra pick speaks to it more specifically because you literally are going in Cerebro for the most part when you're Astral form. So when you start to get the ball rolling like this, Astra becomes second nature. Outside of all of the things that you have to do, you're getting the kills off the back end, you're hitting the sucks, you're hitting the Nova Pulses, the stuns, the walls, whatever it may be. It's just perfect. So the one thing that you would expect is maybe your Astra to be a bit slower than everybody else, but Apoth proving the exact opposite. And with that plant, we go Viper's Pit on the site. Seekers for information, but how much can you get there? You're still blind as you push on through. Lin gonna throw out a couple of knives, only find some damage. Oh, just shoot through the wall. You would have gotten the kills. Obviously, hindsight 2020, and we do have walls, unlike these players. But you don't need walls to know that Moose is in a very scary spot. Not able to find the first on Roy outside the pit, while the rest hid in the pit. And it's Renegades 7 in a row. There's been no answer from LG.
What is in the water for Renegades, man? This is so good. Like, that. It's not just that they're winning every round. It's not even just that they're winning every round with multiple players surviving. It's the way they're doing it. It's the way they are getting these kills. It's Luminosity not getting an inch. And they're on the defensive side. Luminosity, it feels like they can't even get to their spots properly. Like, the Renegades are absolutely stymieing them right now. And the timeout comes in for LG, 0-7 on the third map. Renegades are, you know, just, they got something brand new right here.
And this has to be a huge confidence booster for Renegades. Like we said, kind of running the show for a lot of, if not all of, the summer champs. They go back and forth with Sonics for all of that. Then we make our way into winter champs. Or I guess the actual summer champs, where I don't even know if they competed. Maybe it was Sonics that didn't compete. But either way, things didn't go their way. Now we jump over to winter champs, and they've been just behind success. They've been struggling to find it. In this, and now they're finally getting there. They're finally finding that stride, which is exactly what these tournaments can do for a team like this, or really for any team for that matter. You play so much, you play so often, and we're starting to see it finally pay off. And I guess the things that they had to iron out were bringing Lin and Apoth onto the team. And well, guess what? Here on Bind, they're pretty ironed out. They're pretty red hot.
You were right, by the way. They didn't play Summer Champs, so yeah, it's just, you know, it's a whole new look. It's Renegades coming in with a fire at their feet.
Maybe doused out a little bit. Oh, Mata, I think we're trying to play counter flash, and unfortunately didn't even see the person shooting him. Nice shock dart though. And a delay for now, and Roy takes quite a bit of damage. It's a good target to have the damage on because he can't use that regrowth to heal himself up. And I don't know if they know that Lin is here. Nope, they did, and he's able to find one over the top of the truck and make it too, as Tig will fall. It's a near flawless for Renegades once more.
The way that Lin finds these long-range shots, just stabilizes and gets that little spray control, that's just chef's kiss, man. I love seeing that type of aim. That's so, so good. Getting the stabilize on the second kill as well. Renegades up to 8-0. This is just like, I'm shocked, man. This is so, so good from Renegades. And as you say, Apoth on the Astra. Astra is a difficult agent to frag on, even among controllers, because like you say, so much else to think about, so much to keep track of with those stars, with timings. Everything about Astra is very difficult to play. She's one of the highest skill ceilings of any agent in the game. B-Dog to open up on Lin, though, that's a huge find. Takes down the two. We were just talking about him. B-Dog says, why don't you not play in this round, huh?
Yeah, sits him down. Gonna give him a rest for the next round. Able to slow down the wrist movement. Hang out for a second. They're not out of the round just yet, that being Renegades, but LG really putting up a good argument for it as Roy secures the ult orb inside showers. Tosses out the guiding light. B-Dog try to shoot it down, unfortunately just a second too late. Meanwhile, Mata's got two flashes of his own. Randy Savage around the corner, and B-Dog picks up three. Give him the ace, baby. B-Dog looking to go off and get LG on the board. Around the corner comes Retro.
Where's the trade?
Picks up one, and now needs to find some more. And yeah, they just left B-Dog out to dry as Retro picks up two for himself. Roy trying to help him out, but he doesn't get out in time. It's now Roy all by his lonesome. And 1v2 needs to go clutch to keep them undefeated here. As Dazzle spots him out, Shock Dart won't land. There's the swing and the kill in the first round for LG.
LG get away with murder. That is not good. You need to trade that B-Dog there. He's completely on his own, way out in the open, going for a risky play, and B-Dog is the one who's keeping you in that round. Give him some respect, man. Come on. But still, great work there by Luminosity, as you say. B-Dog, beautiful round here, and they do manage to finish it off. So, LG put it on the board. No 13-0 for you, Renegades. And man, I was never expecting to say anything like that in the first place, but LG have still, once again, got a long way back in here.
And that's now the saying, right? You take it back to your games at home. You say, guys, we just have to kill the Reyna. Guys, we just have to kill the Jet. That's it. We can win the round if we do that. So you have two to worry about. Lin and Apoth. You take them down, and maybe you can win the round. So B-Dog really helping his team out in the last round. Also, I think starting to heat up himself, right? I think that was maybe the second operator we've seen in this game, and it didn't have a good outlook, or outcome, I should say, in that first look. And oh, there's a great start once more. It's not B-Dog, it's Mata instead to take down Lin. Apoth not right behind him, though. Says, hey, one of us has to stay alive here. Nice Hunter Fury, going to delay the push out towards Long. Now looking for something inside Hookah, but Dazzle, unfortunately, goes missing after going fishing. Nice shots into the pit. And this right here is just something you don't want to fathom this. You're thinking, are you serious? You're shooting me through this pit. Are you serious? You're putting a shock dart at my feet? Retro with a huge round. And Moose, you're playing with fire here, baby. Pushes out, finds Randy Savage, tries to sneak away, does so. The Viper's pit will stand on the B site still.
They're all so close to each other. This Viper's pit has so much impact, but Moose gets unseated there as Roy gets traded out.
When the op gets taken down, Dazzle now has to try and hang on. Unfortunately, there's only 12 seconds, Wes. There's only 12 seconds. Make it 10. 4 seconds on the clock. That spike. Fake plant. Now Retro has to stick it, and Tig might just run him down. Is going to have the backstab. No, there it is. The headshot lands. I thought he would look for the wall bang, but instead goes for the clean shots. Now LG, 2 together. 8 is all they get. 8 is all they get. The LG fans in the chat, I can hear you guys right now because LG have put 2 in a row.
Tig is a bad, bad man for that play. He's like, pros don't fake, but you're going to.
Yeah.
Sucker. Come on. That is so sick. And then waits for the second plant. That is, oh man, I love you, Tig. I love you for that play. LG, still, long way to go. 2 rounds. 8 is all you get, indeed. LG looking pretty good on this one, and here we go. B-Dog in aggressive positions. He looked great on A before. What can he find here? Still not revealed.
I love seeing those legs from Lin. Look as he jiggles back and forth. Maybe getting a little antsy. Hoping for somebody to peek this angle instead. Almost met by a Trailblazer. That's unfortunate for Mata. Forced to use that bit of utility so deep, you didn't really get a whole lot there. You can still expect somebody to be around the corner.
Default into a B hit here. And 2 players on site. They're in a very difficult position. They need to fight back, and Mata gets a great pick there. It was only 1 player to go in, and that does sell the fake as we see the spike go over onto A completely for free. Meanwhile, it's Randy Savage pushed way deep here into the spawn.
You have to be ready for this. You have to be ready for this. Oh, Dazzle spotted him out. Yep, Dazzle takes him down. You absolutely have to expect that, especially Randy Savage being the lurker on this. Oh my God, Dazzle just threw it to him. 4 kills, quick succession, and it's LG to 3.
Dazzle, call him Billy Flynn. He is winning the case right now. Flawless round off some just sexy one-taps, man. Wow. All right. Tig, we know you had the play of the tournament before, but there might be a new sheriff in town right now. Or a vandal, I should say. Completely vandalizing that post plant. Look at this, man.
Yeah. Oh.
That's second one? What?
Yeah, and I love that he kind of gave us like the tap, 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 tap. Was still kind of going for the one tap in the head there at the end. That was crispy.
It was like I can imagine him on those last taps, like looking away from his gun and just continuing to just like,
yep.
Oh yeah, you know, I know he's peeking. He won't hit me. Oh man, if they needed an injection of adrenaline right there, nothing's giving it to him if that isn't.
Oh, nice. Awarded the wall bang to 2 birds with 1 stone. The Owl Drone as well as the players. We go back and forth with the Hunter's Fury. Nothing landing just yet, but B-Dog instead. Oh, there it is. Okay, B-Dog answered, and Roy will find another. Tig has also been a huge thorn for this Renegades roster, but it's looking like Moose might be that player this time around. Still inside the showers. As he peeks on out, he'll find Lin. Now looking for more. Dazzle, a familiar position. Pops the grape of Retro, and Moose will close out the half. 8 is all they get, Wes. 8 is all they get.
That, you couldn't have written it, man. That is so sick from Luminosity in the beginning of what would be a stupendous comeback if they could find it. Luminosity. Wow. Some fireworks, you know, on Icebox earlier, and they are just giving us highlight reel plays. It's like you said, man. Doesn't matter what the score is. This game is worth watching back because LG are just putting on a show right now.
And that's it. That's all they wanted. They wanted to deliver. They wanted to give us something extra. They said, we're going to make it exciting. We'll give them 8. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Win or lose, I think LG have done, have done what they came here to do. Hey, we need to work through the kinks, and this is how we get it started. This is how we start to iron things out. Roy pushing forward. I don't think they're expecting that many. B-Dog picks up 2, make it 3 as Apoth gets traded back, and it's LG 1 player ahead here in the pistol, and you're in a bit better of a position if you're LG. It's not 10-2 at the half anymore. You pick up this one and the next, and you're only trailing by 2 rounds, but Retro... Oh, no, I was talking about Thorn in the side, and Retro's being exactly that. Around the corner comes Randy Savage and Dazzle. Okay, Crispy, we need to see it. Oh, unfortunately, takes his eyes off the prize, heads on over to that recon bolt. And the round secured by Renegades. Unfortunately, Caster Curse. Yeah. Unfortunately, Caster Curse. We got to stop talking about what could happen and more about what is happening, because we're just ruining these teams.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, Dazzle, I think, could have made use of 2 shock darts left there. You know, that's to run in and go for kills there instead of finding a shock dart lineup. I disagree with the decision, I have to say, but maybe didn't have a lineup quite from that spot. And B-Dog, even though RNG won that round, this is not good. It's not good to see B-Dog popping off like this. That is very, very scary, because B-Dog has been, you know, a little quiet in this series, has given RNG a way in. And he's giving them away into showers now.
Yep, there it is. Takes a shot to the body and just dashes forward. Says there's no way Lin can escape after this. Runs him down, guns him down, gets healed up. Now wants some more. Hungry for the frags is B-Dog. Stig will find another. Keeps LG 1 kill the lead as Randy Savage was there to trade it back. And with that, the around the world ensues. We'll see where this spike ends up, because it's still leaning out towards the A site, and it seems like LG, wary of a flank, are going to look to clear that out. Unbeknownst to them, all 3 from Renegades are here on the A site.
I was going to say, it looks like they're considering a teleport, but RNG have the read. Already going to be there. And they get out on site here. Whoa, wait. A couple of Vipers having their own little 1v1.
Yeah, that's tough. Moose, what are you doing there, man? Moose, what are you doing there, man? Let him have it. Come on. If you're going to lose a round, let him have that. By the way, LG secure that one. They get themselves back in the running. So we go 1 for 1. And, I mean, if anything, we've learned that LG are bold.
Yeah.
They didn't have a whole lot coming into that round. It was just a spike plant from the pistol. They say, hey, let's force up. And look at B-Dog. The B in B-Dog stands for bold. If anything, he's absolutely running down the opposition, expecting that they're going to win the round. Had all the confidence in the world, and it pays off.
From the bottom to the top of the scoreboard for B-Dog. Not a ringer so much as a, as far as I understand, sort of a trial run here. B-Dog making a name for himself. We talked about Lin really looking to earn his brand new spot, and B-Dog wants to answer that with a little earning of his own. It's Mata to open up here against the pistol.
This is, as much as I want Apoth to be in a good position, that's just not a good position. That absolutely 100% gets cleared. You need to have somebody around the corner. Oh, okay. Get around the corner. Here comes B-Dog. Swinging around the corner. Going to be taken down by Lin, who wants some more, but there it is. They swing left to take down Apoth, and they're immediately answered from heaven. Now Renegades want some more, but the health, it's just so low. Moose expecting somebody to go through. Give it a second. Give it a second, please. Give it a second. That snake bite
they're good.
Should dissipate. So Roy will stay alive, and Randy Savage gets healed up. Unfortunately, the health bars favor LG, so Renegades in an awkward spot. And, well, now the bodies favor LG. Roy, the last one standing with 16 health. Here comes the swing. A nice phantom kill for Moose. 6-9. we go again. LG continue to put tallies in the win column.
That's one of those situations where the long day starts to get to you. Renegades, you know, they didn't both have to rush into hookah like that, right? There were other options, but they try to go fast. They try to, you know, play together in the one spot where the enemies were going to be looking first. Get that round over with, you know. But it's not, you know, you aren't going to surprise them by going through hookah in that situation. Arrow into hookah. Nice little side cam from the observer there. Shout out.
Arrow into hookah. And the Trailblazer also used that way. B-Dog, oh, you gotta be perfect, buddy. Fortunately, now he has to rely on the Spectre. Dash away from Lin, but there comes the stun. Higgs able to get it back, fortunately. Nice flash. Dazzle, usually good for something here. Maybe finds a bit of damage. Nope, will not do it. Instead, it's Mata to find the kill. So at the end of the day, no harm, no foul, and it's LG again. The player ahead here on the attacking side, really finding the cracks in this Renegades defense.
Yeah, and they go through the teleporter here for a free one. And yeah, that trade on B long favors Luminosity for sure. Even though it looked like Lin kind of plunging into the darkness there. Take to trade, they get the info, they get the player back off of the angle who's trying to trade for them. LG got so much map control off of that. Now, can they use it with Retro?
Down A. Last player standing.
Quite a bit of damage. This is doable. Roy needs to find the first one, but he will not. Moose closes it out to keep the hopes alive for LG once more. Renegades struggling to get it going. They picked up the pistol, and they've lost the next three. The Force, the bonus, I guess if you want to call it, and now their own buy. They're going to be reset, and LG should they give respects to the Sheriffs, should it be able to get us within one round.
Yeah. And Renegades, you know, I talked about how impressed I was that they got this string of rounds, that they, you know, came onto Bind with way more organization and way more comfort than I expected. The question is, do they run out of steam? You know, we've already talked about stamina and a long day. We talked about how these particular maps are going that makes it difficult to keep your energy up. We've already seen, like you said, the cracks showing a little bit.
I love this. We said, respect the Sheriffs, and that's exactly what LG are doing. They also understand that this is a round that Renegades, for the sake of not extending things, might just throw away. They might just stack up and look to push something. So they wait. They play this heavy default. They give their respects, and there's some more given. Nice jiggle peek from Tig and spot out one. Lin still able to secure the kill. A flash around the corner. Here comes Mata, takes down Retro. The numbers, once more, still in favor of LG. Finding that early pick has been key to winning these rounds. Now they need to just keep on doing it. Damage mitigation here. 1v4, Apoc. Oh, baby. Well, let's go to somebody else's perspective real quick, because nobody saw that, right? My monitor actually shut off. Oh, it looks, it's back on, and LG won the round. Okay, nice. We're within striking distance.
You know, it's tough. We get these blackouts sometimes. I want to, you know, I talked about the strategy being an art, the art of putting rounds together, putting strategies and tactics together. But when we're talking about getting a pick against Sheriffs and then staying still on the default like they did, that's not art, that's math. That is the mathematically correct play. And you got to mix the two. You got to mix the humanities and the STEM. In Valorant, that was not a mathematically correct arrow.
Nope.
A little artful, a little creative, a little abstract, maybe.
Yeah, abstract, definitely the word for it. Fortunately, no way, Dazzle. No way, man.
Magnetized, Tanner. Magnetized.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And although they don't get that first pick for free, LG still find a way to be a player ahead. And now it's Renegades again on the back foot. And this wall is everything. Because of the way that LG are playing, the paranoia sets in so much more for Renegades because the sound is cut off.
Scarier than any Omen could produce. Paranoia coming in here.
That's bad timing for that wall to go down. Fortunately, those nebulous smokes go up and Retro stays alive. Mata on low HP. Should they be able to find a couple of body shots that way or maybe send some through the smoke? It could even the odds. But it's an extra player here on the map for LG. And I don't mean actual players. I mean in way of the clock because Renegades now have less than 30 seconds to try and get their way in. And they've got an operator to do it. Maybe if you're Lin, you just go full send. You've got the knives online. If you could find that next pick, maybe that would have been the answer. Unfortunately, Lin can't, and he can't even sneak away. The operator falls. The economy in shambles, and LG, sure, it wasn't 8 is all they get, but 9, it's looking like that might actually be the chance.
7-0 was the score, Tanner. 7-0 for Renegades was the score in this game. And Luminosity have brought it all the way back to 9-9. And that, yep, this timeout says it all. Renegades, they need to find something else. They did it. They got 7 rounds. They found ways to get through, found ways to, you know, be explosive and decisive and convincing on the attack side, but their defense just does not measure up right now. Luminosity Gaming are playing so well here.
That they are, and showing their poise, showing exactly why they were up there with those squads in that last chance qualifier, still giving them a shot at champions.
While we're in this timeout, update for the stream, Flickbaiters versus Knights Academy is going to map 3. So,
oh baby,
those two teams vying for their position in the grand finals here, up against the winner of this series.
Oh, baby. I like that. What a day we've had. Knights Academy had an early quarterfinals. They went 2-0. I didn't see what the scoreline was, but it wasn't 3 games. Everybody else has gone 3 games, so it's nice to see that Flickbaiters are taking Knights Academy into deep waters with them, just to say, hey, you can't be the only ones who didn't play 3 games at the very least in a series. But here we go. We hop out of the timeout. We come in to round 19. Trailblazer gonna push Apoth back. I say push Apoth back, but he kind of stumbles backwards, being stunned up. Fortunately, he is able to get out of dodge. And Renegades on sticks and stones here for this round. Lin, their hope with the blades online. And should this round start to go their way, we know that Renegades, they're A-okay to toss out some of these ultimates when they need to. Ultimates, sure, like the knives, that comes online in these eco rounds. That's not what I mean when I say toss out a round. I mean, quite possibly seeing Retro pop that Hunter Shuri, even though, you know, you're not on rifles, you're only in pistols, but just to try and secure the round, we might see that.
Yeah. You know, Renegade's not afraid to pop those early as well. And slow and steady. You could hear a pin drop in this server so many times, but Mata is working his way out. Apoth, the timing! Apoth doesn't quite hit the shot, but now Mata is so... Oh! Apoth finishes the job he started. Mata gets decapitated on the A site, and now what do? The teleporter comes through, but there's presence on B, Tanner.
Yeah, they didn't budge. They hardly budged. If anything, now you're out of time. Cosmic Divide to come on through. We don't even get to see the Hunter Shuri, unfortunately, because Retro's dead, but the round secured. A timeout. Maybe LG thought that Renegades were still in the timeout because they wasted so much time to try and make this play, and Renegades didn't budge.
Timeout into a thrifty for Renegades. Lin on 20 frags. This, man, yeah, this is... Loosen your collars, folks. This one's going the distance. Unless Renegades, you know, how much did they get out of that timeout? How far can they go? Can they build momentum? Can they be a juggernaut right now? Barrel through the wall of this Luminosity attack. Off angle here. Nothing.
Oh no, that is not how you want to get started. 2 players quickly cut down from the defense. As Moose backs away, and I believe a teleporter taken, so they know that somebody's coming from this direction. They're trying to find the timing on Lin, who's playing just outside showers, and can only hope that the rest of his team can garner a bit of information for him to allow him to push forward. Mata, fortunately, in a decent spot inside bench, can watch this showers push, and nobody really revealed for now. Renegades, I'm not too sure what the economy is looking like, but I can't imagine it's all that good. They might just opt into a save. Mata takes down one. It looks like the two remaining. And Roy and Apoth will look to back away, but here go LG on the hunt. No, 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 no. Apoth. Okay, Grabby well huge. Nova Pulse off the back end. Able to take away one weapon. Can't find the next, but Tig goes down to the spike. So damage dealt. Can Roy hang on to his? Yes, he can. But once more, we're all tied up. The economy, it is looking grim here.
Yeah, these two teams are leaning forwards in their seats right now. Just to sit back and relax. This, man, I think I smell something that begins with O and ends with T coming in here.
Ocelot. Carlos is here?
I mean, I don't know exactly what he smells like. I'm going to get off that topic.
Okay. Yep. Let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that. As we've got a Hunter Shuri online. Retro won't land it, unfortunately. But like we said, we know Renegades, they like to toss those out. They like to look to get something done with those. Roy going to get spotted out by the Owl drone, forced to back away. And the Seekers are online. So if you're looking to thrive in some chaos, what better way is Apoth playing the Tig strat inside the Nebula smoke. See if he can get down for another one. Mata, is Mata just a debuff? Always on 70 health. A couple of body shots from the Spectre. Able to find it. And Apoth picks up two. Backs away with the weapon upgrade. And out towards the A site. They know exactly where that up is playing as it took down the guiding light. Apoth took down his teammate. Now B-Dog, maybe not long for this world. Takes some damage on the way out. But what a round. Not only for Renegades, but for Apoth.
Yeah. Nerves of steel from Apoth there. Even to put up that smoke. He did have teammates to cover him, of course. And Moose tried to unseat Randy Savage from this position, but that snakebite just doesn't cover it all, so Randy Savage still able to peek him there. Moose, though, not done just yet.
Surely not. Surely not. You have no time. There's absolutely no way. Okay, here we go. On the swing goes Retro. Closes out the round. Stop making me hold my breath. You're not... These 2v4s can't keep happening. We saw them at the end of, or at the start of the day. We don't want them at the end of the day here. You can't keep flubbing those rounds. Look close for a second, but Renegades, they secure it. In a round that they needed to pick up, the buy wasn't the best coming into that. Somehow, some way, they did still have the operator, and I think... Was it Roy, maybe? I think who had enough to buy somebody else in the squad. But you saw that Spectre do so much work. Any other angle for Apoth, and you have to think that one of these rifles comes out on top. So that was just perfectly played, and unfortunately, LG played right into it.
Yeah, honestly, a bit of a mistake from Tig. Pretty unusual for him so far. He's been so sharp, and yeah, Tig should have had that, to be fair. Even though, like you say, it was a little bit of an awkward spot, still, you gotta get that kill. You gotta get that trade. Tig doesn't get it. Gives RNG the lead once again. Dazzle! Hello? Has he missed a single... Has he popped Hunter's Fury a single time where he's missed all three? I don't think so.
No, I think the one time that we saw it, it was because his teammate killed the person. So
right, Mata takes him up first. Yeah.
But Mata stole the kill, so he's been pretty perfect with that ultimate. And the confidence. They use the Owl drone. They spot out Mata. They look to push right on into the pit. No way Retro's done it. Takes down Viper. The pit will fall. A 2v3 directly on the site as one comes through inside. Retro continues to push forward. It's 4 on the round, but they have to find more. They're running out of time. The recon bolt, it won't land for the ping as Dazzle, now the last one standing in the 1v1 and clutches it out. We're all knotted up once more.
Retro was ready to put him on a highlight reel right there. Wow, those shots were amazing, but the script says they got to trade rounds, Tanner. 11-11.
the best part about it is that's what it's taken. Maybe that's the worst part, actually, for Renegades, is that's what it's taken. These heroics, these individual heroics to win or almost win these rounds. Maybe that's how far ahead LG still are. And I think that plays like that start to dwindle. That's really where fatigue starts to come into play, is that individual performance in picking up 2, 3, 4 kills in a row like we just saw. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't be hanging your heads after that round. Retro almost gets the ace and the defuse to push to map and a series point. Unfortunately, doesn't go Renegade's way. So for them, they try again here in another round. They have the Seekers and the Cosmic Divide. We're just shy of 1 minute left on the timer.
So methodical from LG. Every attack. Waiting for this kind of push. Dazzle to punish.
Cosmic Divide. Gonna cut off the left side of the site. One still yet to be used. No way. Randy Savage lets one slip away. Apoth falls on the site. And sure, Randy Savage is still alive, but the damage has been done. It's LG. 2 players ahead. It's a nice shock dart right at his feet. Now Randy Savage is fortunate enough to play around the Cosmic Divide. Did he teleport? Did he not? Yes, he does. As the wall goes down, 3 are standing there, watching and waiting as Retro falls onto the site. It's all up to Randy Savage, the Viper, that teleported away. 12 seconds on the clock. Oh my god, they're really getting down to the wire. They're going to toss it over to Mata to get the Seekers online for the next round. If you're Renegades, I mean, Randy Savage, you got to head for the hills. He's definitely trying to play safe here. There's no money.
It hurts, but you play for overtime. And yep, Randy Savage has to do it. Okay, I'm sending my vibes out to Randy Savage now. Mentally reset from that miss. It doesn't matter that you missed, okay? Get to overtime. That's all that matters. Yep. But man, that sucks. Like, you do not want to see that at this point. But the pressure could get to anyone at this point in the game. Dazzle's going to be heard. Or did he stop? I think he was heard.
They don't check this way. That's so scary. The spike gets planted and Randy Savage is already trying to get away. So you've got 40 plus seconds because then you get some more at the end to just stay alive. But he manages to do so. But what do they bring into this one, Wes? It is, again, it's a yard sale buy. It's sticks and stones. You're driving down the street. You see the sign. You have some cash on you. You pick up whatever you can to fight with here. It is not great.
They're picking up old board games right now. Old trinkets to come into the round with. Renegades. We talk about the grit of Luminosity. Now that's what Renegades need. They have some incredibly good players here. They need to make something happen against this attack. It's going to be slow again. A little faster into B long, though.
Renegades doing a good job of stalling for now, but still plenty of time on the clock. Lynn's judge has been heard, so they're doing their best to try and clear this jet out. And again, if it's not the Hunter's Fury, it's the shock darts. Dazzle's been, I mean, picture perfect with those. Fortunately, that regrowth comes on through, so Lynn going to be topped off, but armorless. It's a glass cannon, judge wielding jet inside hookah. Meanwhile, the defense is staying put out towards A. Renegades not giving up too much just yet. Hunter's Fury is available. Here come the Nebula smokes. The flash is out as well. One going to be given right back, but B-Dog just opens up the sight. The judge shots go wide. It all came down to this as the Hunter's Fury looks to scoop up something, but they've just got nothing to work with as Apoth gets chipped away at, jumping around the corner. Now Retro, the last one standing. B-Dog with a huge round. A flawless victory in the series to Luminosity.
Dude, you could write a novel about this series. That was unbelievable. B-Dog to finish it off. B-Dog, quiet all series long. Bottom of the scoreboard as a duelist. Not popping off, missing op shots. He comes back with an absolute banger on Bind. That was so sick from B-Dog. What a map.
Man, again, LG, I think coming into this one, win or lose, at the end of the day, you're just looking to figure it out. You've got a couple players that are new to the squad, and I mean, a couple of players that came up absolutely huge. Even if you're not seeing Mata jump into the kill feed there at the end, right? It's the Seekers, it's the Trailblazers, it's the Guiding Lights. It's setting up the team to be able to make those plays. And then when you need it the most, you cannot teach it the clutch gene inside B-Dog. Sometimes, sure, it might escape him. It might escape anybody who's got that clutch gene. Down to the wire, the last round of regulation, and LG get it done.
I'm just waiting for that Dazzle replay.
Oh yeah, true.
We're coming up to it.
Yeah, quite a bit of that.
Yeah, unbelievable. Like, what a series. Just go on YouTube and, like, find a breathing exercise, you know? Find a way to, like, reset from this. Everybody in chat, everybody, all those players, they can't hear me, but they need to do it too. Here it is. Just, oh. Reverent silence, please.
Crispy. I mean, we saw the individual performance from just about everybody here on the map. It's hard to believe that 8-4 wasn't enough for Renegades, and
yeah,
man, they didn't roll over, but unfortunately they go out probably sooner than they expected. The leaderboards will eventually be updated. They'll go out in that 3rd, 4th spot, so they still net a good chunk of points.
Yep.
We know for Renegades, that is just helping them secure themselves right from that 8th place spot. They're trying to get a little bit deeper in the leaderboards, because I believe it's the top 8 from points that go all the way through. As for
That's
LG,
right.
I don't think the points really matter. Are they nice? Sure. Would they love to have them? Absolutely. But this is what you're looking for, right? You're looking to see, hey, do these two guys have what it takes? And I mean, they bit down and they got it done. This is,
yeah. Keep an eye on Renegades.
Back.
Watch these weeklies, okay? You watch this space. Renegades are back. Renegades are in 8th place. I don't think they're getting much above that with this 3rd, 4th. Not really. Like, you know, maybe they get to 7th above Pioneers, but after this, they know. They had it in their sights, Tanner. They had this in their crosshairs, and it just got away from them with a huge comeback from Luminosity. Watch Renegades in these tournaments. It's going to be a sight to behold. They're coming back with a vengeance. I guarantee you that.
And you're also thinking, if it's not LG, this Renegades probably runs through just about anybody, right? They just did it with the previous winner in Radiance, and then they come up against Renegades, and it's like, oh, well, great. The one tournament they play in, we meet them here in the semifinals. That right there is a grand finals matchup. The first two maps, I mean, pretty one-sided in way of score. Please go back and watch that Icebox, though, because the plays were absolutely insane from both teams. Then you get down to the wire, you go as far as you can, and, well, with that, I'm not too sure if that next, or that other semifinals is still going in Map 3, but I'd imagine everybody needs a breather. Everybody needs to take a seat, and if you're going to take a seat, look behind you. Make sure that you're getting that experience of the Mavix chair, or the Mavix gaming chair, I should say. Guys, a huge partner here with us putting on these events. Please, 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 we encourage you guys to go ahead and experience that Mavix gaming chair. It's the exclusive chair partner of Nerd Street Gamers and local host, and all Mavix gaming chairs feature the Future 9 functions of critical ergonomics to support gamers everywhere. Guys, we spend so much time in our seats. Please, please, please do give them a shout, or do give them a look. You can get it right now for as little as $24.69 a month, and you can also get $55 off if you use code NSG55 at checkout. Please shop now at Mavix.com/Nerd Street Gamers. Guys, get yourself a good chair. Take care of yourselves. It matters, because as we start to get, I'm 28. I'm an esports boomer. You got to have a good chair. You got to have a good chair when you're an esports boomer. But at the end of the day, semifinals has been cleaned up. We've got 6 maps on the day. We've got 3 more on the docket. I'm not too sure who is going to be meeting us there. When we get there, it's going to be Luminosity taking on somebody See you guys after this short break.